I've gotten some requests from people asking if I'm going to continue the video log or not. The answer is yes. So now I'm going to show you the finished helmet. I've painted it. I've worn it with my ESB costume 2 months ago. And here's the helmet after it's been painted. As you can see, I got this helmet off from eBay last Christmas, or just before last Christmas. It was a recast from another helmet from a well-known maker. What I had to do was to sharpen up the facial details, file the teeth, because it was a really pretty much a raw cast, and there was a lot of sanding. Like I said, I had to build up the cheeks with body filler and get sharper details. The dome, not too much work there, but it was a New Hope helmet, so I had to file away the Windows peak, make the dome a bit thinner, larger triangle vent here. After that it was primed, wet sanded. Then I painted on the gunmetal gray, which is the gray color, and that was masked off, painted black. And because I was using a two-tone color, two colors, I had to put the clear coat on afterwards. But with the dome, it's just one color, so I did not have to put on the base color, then the clear coat. I got some automotive paint that had the gloss in it, had the clear coat in it, so all I had to do was put it on. What happens, I painted it in this shed, so I got some dust particles in it, couldn't be avoided, and a couple of runs. They were sanded down with wet sand, color sand paper from 1500 grit up to 2500 grit. And after that it was buffed out with compound, rubbing compound, which heats up the paint, because it's all matte after you've wet sanded it, and there's a chemical reaction that heats up the paint, and you get that nice glossy finish again. The helmet is in, like pretty much everybody knows, it's in two parts. I'll lay this down here pretty carefully. I made this mounting ring here myself. It's pretty raw, so it's not visible. I put the Velcro on the front, and also here on the side. I wanted added stability of the helmet. Inside it's padded. I found out while wearing it after you put the dome on that if you have a too soft padding, it's gonna ride down too low. So I'm experimenting with thicker foam here. There's I don't know if you can see it, there's a vent here, a microphone. Here's the button for the vent. This vent was a lifesaver at the event I used the Vader helmet on. If I wouldn't have had the vent, I wouldn't have seen anything. Like I said, I used this gun. It's a budget spray paint gun, but it gave me a nice finish. I got the dealer. I used glass with color, and I got the dealer who mixes the paint to put the gunmetal gray in a can for me, just to save me time on thinning out the color, putting it in the spray paint gun, and there's a lot of cleanup involved. So I got the gunmetal gray and the black one in can, which I used on the facial mask. but the dome paint which went on the dome, that has the clear coat in it, so I had to mix it with thinner and a catalyst for it to work. And of course you have to put that in a spray paint gun to get a good finish. You can't get it in a rattle can, but you have to use it within 24 hours, otherwise you can't use it because of the catalyst. I had a little bit of a problem a few days ago while I was cleaning the shelf the helmet was on. I had disassembled the helmet, and I put the dome on the sofa, not looking what I was doing. The dome rolled off the sofa onto the floor. Luckily it did not break. It's a really strong fiberglass helmet. But what happened was it chipped the paint. You probably see it. I'm going to move it closer. See it here. And I'm going to try to, I don't know if you can see it right there. Hope you can see it. There's about 2-inch long chip here. The paint did not chip off, but it's loose. You can peel it off. I'm waiting for another spray paint gun from eBay. It's a HVLP, high velocity, low pressure touch-up gun. It's smaller. It has a 200cc cup, and the pattern is it's much smaller than the gun I have. It's going to be perfect for the touch-up work that has to be done on the helmet, and like everything else, it's going to be documented, and I'm going to keep a video log about that process, and hopefully that will help people who have the same predicament, a cracked helmet, and it needs to be repaired. And otherwise, I'm pretty happy with the way the helmet turned out. So what I want to do after the touch-up job, I want to wet sand it a little bit more, try to get all of those imperfections out, which you basically can't see without knowing it's there. But some of it bugs me, so I'm going to try to sand that out, and using a rubbing compound to get a nice perfect sheen for it.